Hi, welcome back to Movies Reloaded. Today's film recap is 2006 comedy drama Korean movie called 200 Pound Beauty, where a talented but obese girl who ghost sings for a not-so-talented pop star undergoes extensive plastic surgery to become a slender beauty with a new identity. With no more delay, let's get it. We see an overweight girl named Hannah who happens to be an adult phone line employee and a secret vocalist for another girl named Amy, who is a famous lion seal pop singer, but we see that she actually lip syncs as she cannot sing. Instead of being famous for her own amazing vocal talent, Hannah hides behind Amy's performance, stage and sings during Amy's concerts and records all of Amy's songs. One day, Hannah breaks through the floor with her heavy weight and falls. Amy scolds her for being so careless, but the director named Sang-jun right away comes forward to check in on Hannah, which makes Amy jealous as she has a crush on the man. Hannah also has a crush on the man, and she now thinks that he actually cares for her and that she might have a chance with him. But her friend tells her that the director is just being polite to her and nothing else. Her hopes get high when he invites her to his birthday party, and she receives a dress on which it is mentioned that Sang-jun wants her to wear the dress, and when she shows up at the party wearing it, she just looks ugly, and it turns out Amy is the one who has done that to her. She is the one who sent the dress. While crying in the bathroom, Hannah overhears Sang-jun telling Amy that even though they are just using Hannah for her voice, they must be kind to her so she will not walk out on them. Heartbroken, Hannah attempts suicide, but is interrupted by a phone call from one of her phone sex regulars who happens to be a top plastic surgeon. She decides to get head-to-toe plastic surgery instead. The surgeon at first refuses to operate on Hannah, but Hannah threatens to blackmail the surgeon by telling his wife about his calls. Then, Hannah makes a moving speech that she does not want to undergo surgery merely to be beautiful, but for the sake of love and as a boost in confidence, and the surgeon is deeply moved. Hannah puts herself in seclusion for a year as she recovers from the changes. Sang-jun starts to go out of business and he starts looking for her. When he goes to her place, he finds the apartment empty. She has just left her dog. It has been a year. The surgeon goes on to take off her bandages when she sees herself in the mirror. She is incredibly beautiful and she goes on to hug the doctor. When she comes back from the hospital, no one, not even her best friend Chung-min, recognizes her. She, however, ends up recognizing her when Hannah shows her tattoo. The two girls got together as a symbol of their friendship. She gets in trouble with police on the road and they ask for her license. She, however, has her old picture on the license, so they do not recognize her. This is when her friends come to help her and takes her out. After that, with her friend Chung-min's help, she creates a new identity for herself. She is now a Korean American from California named Jenny. After auditioning to be Amy's secret vocalist again, she earns her own recording contract instead from Sang-jun, claiming that she is all natural. In the meantime, Amy, oblivious just like everyone else of Hannah's new identity, desperately tries to find Hannah so that she can record her own postponed album since she cannot sing the songs herself. Amy tries to look for Hannah by spending time with Hannah's father, who is in a hospital with some mental problems, possibly Alzheimer's. Meanwhile, romance begins to blossom between Jenny and Sang-jun, as he continues to promote Jenny, in effect boosting Hannah's confidence in her new self. She starts to sing and tries to show off her body, but the director does not like that. He goes on to show her a video of fat Hannah singing, saying she should sing like that because this girl used to sing from her heart, as she was not crazy about her looks. He says that Hannah was the real deal, and Jenny, who is Hannah in actuality, is touched by this and thinks about telling everyone the truth about herself. Her best friend, however, thinks that it is not a good idea. However, Amy, through spending time with Hannah's father and Jenny, eventually realizes that this Jenny is actually Hannah in disguise. During a date one night, as sparks fly, Jenny supposedly stripped for Sang-jun in the character of a nurse through a phone sex session. After Jenny has fallen asleep, he sees the African character Jenny had drawn on the glass and realizes it was a sign he had seen before. He remembers that when Hannah still existed and he had not met Jenny yet, Hannah had drawn the exact same signs on a sheet of music. Then he adds all the signs up and realizes as well that Jenny is actually Hannah, but he keeps this information to himself. Hannah's first performance on the stage becomes a hit and the recording company holds a party to celebrate its release. On the day of the party, however, Amy brings Jenny's father, in an attempt to blow Hannah's cover. Hannah's father tries to return Hannah's Barbie doll to her, which has always been Hannah's favorite childhood gift from him. Startled by the sudden appearance of her father and not knowing how to react in front of all the people, including Sang-jun, Hannah denies knowing her father and calls him a fan instead when Sang-jun asks her if the old man is her guest. As her father keeps on insisting on giving the doll to Hannah, Sang-jun drags him away from Jenny and accidentally knocks him down onto the floor. Desperate to keep her true identity a secret, Hannah makes no move to help her father. It is Chung-min who finally helps him up, casts Jenny a furious look, and leads Hannah's father away from the party. When the party is over, Sang-jun and Jenny are the only ones left in the room. Sang-jun reveals to Jenny that he knows her true identity, but is now cold and distant. He seems to be unable to forgive her for lying to him, but says that he will still work to promote Jenny and carry on with her concert scheduled the next day. Hannah breaks down at this point, heartbroken and unable to pretend to be someone else anymore. Hannah tells him that it is incredibly frustrating and painful not being able to just be herself, but have to live a lie, especially in front of him. The surgery that took a whole year to recover from was not nearly as painful as realizing that she still could not be close to Sang-jun. As Sang-jun tries to comfort her, she brushes away his efforts saying, "You broke my heart. Tissue paper cannot fix it." The day comes when Jenny has her first official concert. Sang-jun still insists on continuing Jenny's concert despite protests from the company boss. Later, he encourages a distraught Jenny to do this concert, not for the sake of the fans or the company, but for herself, thus implying that he has forgiven her and will continue to support her. At the concert, Jenny is not really able to sing and later breaks down from the pressure of seeing her father being dragged away by security and tells everybody to stop. She then reveals to the public that Jenny is a fake and that she is not all natural, but is plastic. However, nobody seems to believe her. She proceeds tearfully to tell the large crowd her story, how she has abandoned everything that is dear to her, her best friend and father, to get to where she is. She also tells the crowd about how along the way to fame and fortune, she also has lost her own identity and that she no longer knows who she is. Just then, the screens behind her on the stage start to show a clip of the old, obese Hannah singing angelically. Hannah turns around and sees her old image and tells the crowd that the image is the real her. The crowd, moved by her sincere confession, responds by chanting, "It's okay," and Hannah rekindles her relationships with her father and best friend. She drops the stage name Jenny and re-releases a CD with her own name, Hannah, and becomes a highly successful music artist, gaining many fans and anti-fans along the way. Sang-jun realizes the very thing about Hannah that had always drawn him to her was Hannah's innocence. However, he also realizes that she has moved on and is now content with who she is. Sang-jun goes on to give her dog back to her, and she continues seeing her father as she lives her life as a celebrity. And with that, the movie ends. I hope you liked the video, so do not forget to subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. Done? Great. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.